Hey, what's up everybody? I've been watching a lot of intermediate level replays lately during my streams, and I noticed that most players tend to make the same kinds of mistakes regardless of their main character. In this video, I'll show you the top 10 most common mistakes I see intermediate players make and what you can do to fix them. With that said, let's get right into our top 10. Mistake number 1. Using OD reversals to anti-air. While OD reversals do slightly more damage than the regular versions, it's almost always better to use the regular version to anti-air. First of all, regular anti-air specials already have invulnerability against jumping attacks, so you can save your precious drive gauge and anti-air safely without having to spend meter. Secondly, most OD anti-airs, like Ken's Shoryuken, Kami's Cannon Spike, and Gao's Flash Kick, have a lot of extra forward momentum. This can cause your anti-air to cross under the opponent and whiff, opening you up for a big punish when you land. You should always try to anti-air with either the light or medium versions of your anti-air special to both save meter and avoid missing your opponent. The only time you should use the OD version is when your opponent is at low health and you need the extra damage boost to guarantee the win. Mistake number 2. Putting yourself in burnout for a combo that won't kill. Very often, I'll watch a replay and see people putting themselves into burnout for a medium damage combo that doesn't win the round. Putting yourself in burnout for a combo when it won't end the round is a bad idea because it forces you to have to play extra safe when you're at a life disadvantage. For people stuck in platinum or low diamond ranks, try to only put yourself into burnout if your combo is going to win you the round. Otherwise, go for a lower damage combo and save your drive meter to continue pressuring your opponent. Mistake number 3. Almost never blocking on wake up. This is a huge one. While always blocking on wake up isn't a great idea either, I noticed that a lot of intermediate players will wake up with a really high risk, low reward option like drive impact or level 1 supers for example. Blocking on wake up will give you a chance to understand what kind of options your opponent is going for when they knock you down. When you block on wake up, ask yourself, how is my opponent attacking me on knockdown? Check to see if they're going for an attack, a throw, or blocking in anticipation of a wake-up reversal from you. Once you have an idea of what your opponent is trying to do, pick the wake-up option that is most likely to win. For example, if your opponent always walks backwards to bait a throw from you, try waking up with a low attack, like crouching light kick, to catch them standing. Mistake number 4. Going for high-risk, low-reward options. A lot of intermediate players will bet it all on a risky option in situations where there is a low reward. Even if it connects, you'll still be in a life deficit and your opponent will still have the life lead, but if it gets blocked, you'll lose the round from even the most basic punish combo. When playing, try to weigh the risk reward of your options. This will help you make better decisions in your matches and prevent you from throwing your matches away. Mistake number 5. Walking yourself into the corner. I noticed that many players will play too defensively and walk themselves into the corner to avoid getting hit by their opponent. While creating space and staying out of your opponent's effective range is a good strategy, you want to avoid walking yourself into the corner as much as possible. Being in the corner is by far the worst place you can be in Street Fighter 6, so you definitely want to do everything you can to avoid this. Make your opponent work to put you in the corner. Don't do their job for them by walking backwards too much. Mistake number 6. Always jumping backwards versus grapplers. While jumping backwards versus grapplers might seem like a good idea to avoid their command grabs, you should actually try to neutral jump instead. The problem with jumping backwards is that it can make it really difficult to punish a whiffed command grab. Neutral jumping will still avoid the command grab, but it'll keep you in range to go for an easy punish. Remember, always try to neutral jump against grapplers until they begin to punish you for it. Mistake number 7. Neutral jumping in the corner. Generally speaking, you should always try to jump forward if you're going to jump in the corner. Jumping is a pretty high risk option, so if you're going to jump, forward jumping is going to give you the best reward if it works. A successful forward jump will not only allow you to escape the corner, but you'll corner your opponent as well. And even if your forward jump gets punished, you'll at least be out of the corner and back to mid-screen. Meanwhile, a neutral jump will keep you in the corner even after a punish. This is why you should try to forward jump instead of neutral jump. Mistake number 8. Not using drive rush enough. As a general rule, you should always buffer a drive rush cancel after long range cancelable normals as long as you have enough gauge to do so safely. This will reward you with a combo on hit and give you a chance to apply strike, throw, shimmy pressure on guard. This is a key part of Street Fighter 6 offense and neutral game, so be sure to buffer those drive rushes. Mistake number 9. Not using drive rush in neutral after knockdowns. Using drive rush after you knock down your opponent is one of the best and most meter effective ways to apply pressure to your opponent. Be sure to go into training mode with your main character and figure out how you can use drive rush to pressure your opponent after knockdowns from throw and special moves mid-screen and in the corner. Doing this will greatly improve your offense, so be sure to give it a try. Mistake number 10. Side swap combos that don't kill or burn out your opponent. Some characters have combos that allow you to side swap with the opponent. Some of these combos, like Ken's for example, can give you access to very high damage at the expense of changing sides. However, be sure not to corner yourself with these combos unless they'll either A. win the round, or B. put your opponent into burnout. It's totally unnecessary to put yourself in the corner otherwise, and doing so will just give your opponent the chance to make a comeback. Remember to always try to avoid getting cornered in this game. If your opponent has a lot of health left, going for a less damaging combo that gives you better knockdown pressure is a better choice most of the time. That's all for today's video. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video or if there's anything you didn't understand. And if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel because it lets me know that you like this content and I should create more stuff like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.